And joining me now is the Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Lagos State, Hyginus Omeje. Good to have you join us this hour.
Yeah.
Let's look at the fact that this situation is a recurring, situation on that expressway. What is the exact problem on the Lagos-Ibadan expressway?
Well, the issue is we know that the road is undergoing rehabilitation and expansion. Now, some drivers keep throwing caution to the winds when you get to the construction area. But the case of last night was just a crash of its own. It was a lone crash involving a tanker loaded with diesel that crashed and the diesel caught fire. It was a lone crash. It's not as if it collided with anyone. And that also brings to fore what we have been talking about in terms of the roadworthiness of some of these tankers on our roads. The truth is some of these tankers are overaged and their braking system is not in consonance with what the modern braking system that combines ABS should be. These are some of these tankers that are run even on non-conventional braking system. So we are having issues in that area, and that's why the Corps had instituted the road safety, the transport safety standardization scheme that is meant to go and look at these vehicles, see how roadworthy they are from their road.
Before we even look at issues of roadworthiness, you talked about the explosion of the tanker yesterday, and then you also talked about the fact that some drivers are not following traffic rules on that road because it's under construction.
It's under construction.
But does it mean that we do not have road safety agent or officers and other traffic management officers on that road controlling traffic?
We do. If you recall, yesterday's own, it happened at night. But even at that, we responded. That incident happened within around 7:30 in the evening. And our men responded promptly. We activated other agencies, the fire service, and they came from Ogun and Lagos, and they were all there. Now, by the time they had sprayed the truck, we thought it was all over, and Julius Berger came with a crane to move it, only to find out that this fire was still burning under. So that movement triggered off another round of heavy explosion, and the fire continued again. So we had no option but to keep vigil till the morning. After the whole thing came down, the various fire services from the various states had to go and bring more water, so refuel again, and come in with water. Julius Berger also had to come in with their own truck, water truck, to help us also. It was after the whole thing was now, because we were afraid that if you touch it again, another thing could happen. So we had to allow it. Yes. Right. And this morning it was removed. But the backlog, I must confess, it was the backlog that was responsible for the gridlock we all suffered in Lagos this morning.
But beyond just that, sorry to interrupt you, but beyond just that backlog, this is for people who live along Berger, Magboro axis. They have been going through this for some weeks now. This is just, today was that bad. But we know that this is also slowing down socio-economic activities, so it has to be dealt with.
I agree with you.
What do you think is a lasting solution to this?
What government is doing now is actually just part of the solution, and that is that over the years, that road has suffered deterioration. So they are now expanding it, and they are now rehabilitating it. It's a total reconstruction. Hitherto, it was two lanes. We are now going to have three lanes out, 3 lanes in, making 6 lanes. So we are widening it, and it's being totally reconstructed. So the road, the pavement will now be okay. The next thing is for us to now look at other road safety programs that have been put in place to address the issue of the roadworthiness of the vehicles that are applying this road. When you look at these crashes and its causes, you talk of the state of the road, you talk of the state of the vehicle, then you talk of the state of the driver himself that is driving these vehicles. And that's why we keep on emphasizing the issue of training and retraining of these drivers. That's why we keep on carrying out enlightenment campaigns on these drivers so that they will drive within the context of what the law says. Some of them drive under the influence of alcohol. We are tackling all these things. Some of them lack basic traffic rules and regulations. We are tackling it through our enlightenment program and retraining program. Now we not look at the state of the road. The government is fixing the roads. So the truck itself, we need to look at the country having a sort of a fleet policy. It's not just anybody will just go and bring in anything.
I wish we can go on, but we do have to go. Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Lagos State, Hyginus Omeje, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.